Hello, I am the gaming superhero and happy Jeff Winter Splash Festival that should be starting today. This week we are making a kit for the most requested character, according to Marvel Rivals Discord anyway. Ghost Rider is easily one of the coolest looking characters in fiction. Specifically, we are adding the best version, Johnny Blaze, aka the Brimstone Avenger and Spirit of Vengeance. He was born in Waukegan, Illinois, son of Barton Blaze and Naomi Kale, and had an idyllic life until his mother up and left with his two siblings, which seems especially cruel. Like, imagine you're the one kid with your mom did not want, that just, I don't know, just sucks. So much, in fact, that he actively repressed all memories of his siblings, thus believing himself to be an only child for a majority of his life. Shortly after his mother left with his siblings, his father would then die in a stunt gone wrong, at which point he would be adopted by the Simpsons. No, not those Simpsons, the motorcycle stunt family Simpsons. And after growing up as happy as one could, learning motorcycle stunts, dating your adoptive sister, and having your second mother die in a motorcycle stunt accident, who on her deathbed begs you to never motorcycle stunt again, straining his relationships. Then, because Johnny's life isn't quite shit enough, his second father is diagnosed with cancer. Deciding 3 parental figures was more than enough to lose, he does the rational thing and summons Satan in order to save his second father, in which Satan pulls the most dickhead move, in that he cures the cancer, the father is declared cancer-free, and then immediately dies in a motorcycle accident. So it wasn't Satan being cheeky by curing cancer, by curing him some other way. No, he cured the cancer and then just killed the dad anyway. So, after that depressing ass story, let's get into the actual kit. I have made Ghost Rider a duelist. His primary fire will be his Hellfire chains that he whips forward for long, but not infinite range, a little longer than Venom's tendrils. But there is also a secondary fire, and I do mean fire. It is a cone of fire breath that functions on a resource meter that is close range. My primary goal with this kit and design is to have a designated peeler for the support, which will be designed to be any assassin character's worst nightmare. For his passive, called Spirit of Vengeance, Ghost Rider takes 50% reduced damage from the opponent with the most damage done. This can obviously shift over the course of the match and would ideally trip up a backline assassin that is really doing well and racking up damage. I wanted some way to sort of get in that unkillable aspect of Ghost Rider, so I didn't give him any, like, proper healing or just well, I did give him this base damage reduction. So it basically functions against only one opponent, and that's whoever is doing the most damage output currently, not necessarily the backline peeler, and in all honesty, probably wouldn't be anyway. It's more like a frontline damage dealer like Punisher or something, but still, I feel the idea is strong, and I do quite enjoy it. Next, we have Ability 1, Hellbike. Ghost Rider summons his Hellbike to shoot forward at high speed, leaving a trail of damaging fire behind him. This allows him to get to the supports very quickly, as well as incorporates his bike into his base kit. Because I didn't want to just have the bike as his ult, and have it be seen so infrequently. And as well, you can't have the bike be like a permanent feature of him just always riding around on it, because it's too big and would have him moving oddly slow to like match the speed of all the other characters. So I thought just having like essentially a quick dash ability would be a nice middle ground to incorporate the bike into just everyday gameplay. His next ability is the ability you've all been dreading that I had forgotten, but how could I forget possibly the greatest superhero ability in comics? Ghost Rider's ability 2, Penance Stare. In a forward cone from Ghost Rider, any enemy in that cone receives 100% of the damage they have dealt that life. The damage count resets when an enemy dies. This helps keep it a little under control, but also any healing an enemy has done in a life will reduce that overall damage. This helps mitigate Ghost Rider just zooming into the backline and instantly taking out a support and becoming what he swore to destroy. So, the enemy supports, if they heal an enemy, that basically takes away from the amount of damage they've done in the Penance Stare's eyes. So this doesn't count for self-heals like Iron Fist. So Iron Fist self-heal will not remove the amount of damage he's done for the penance durability. He would still receive full damage done. This is just another one of, those limiting factors. So again, because like over the course of a match, if you're not dying, you're racking up a lot of damage, even as a support. So to sort of mitigate it, we have the supports. If they're doing an altruistic action such as healing, they won't receive as much of a penalty from penance there, is sort of the idea. Finally, we have the ultimate, Hell Donuts. You can probably guess what it is by that name, but Ghost Rider summons his Hell Bike and does donuts in a large circle, leaving a Hellfire ring. Similar in purpose to Psylocke's or Moon Knight's, where it is just a zone of death that can actually vary in size to fit the area you triggered the ultimate in, which the smallest is like Moon Knight radius, and the largest is Psylocke radius. This is more of a solution out of necessity to fit the ult, and not have it be stopped by walls or awkward terrain. I couldn't think of a good team-up, but also thought it could be good to set a precedent of not every hero needing one, because, it's better to not have one than to try and force one. With that, that is how I would add Ghost Rider to Marvel Rivals. In all honesty, I'm a bit uncertain if they ever will add him, given the, China's whole no skulls or undead cultural ban they got. But on the other hand, they put him on the Discord poll, so, which, I mean, he won the most requested character poll, so it's all up in the air. Anyway, you know what to do, and you're welcome for another duelist, because we don't have enough of them.